Guess what, y'all? You guessed it. We're going to go in the opposite direction this time. You guessed it. We bike. Back with another one. 2012 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. This is a front-wheel drive with a 2.4 liter engine. That is a 4-cylinder. Make it nice and easy for you. Guys, this one is awesome on gas. Even has an eco mode that it automatically goes into to let you know basically how to get the best fuel economy out of the vehicle. It's nice and sporty. It's not anything fast, but it'll definitely get you around town, get you where you need to be. This one didn't need much, actually. We replaced a strut in the front of the driver's side. It needed an oil change and an inspection. Oh, and also needs the passenger side mirror, which I have on order and should be here by Saturday. If you purchase it before Saturday, I'll make sure you get it. If it's after Saturday and it's already installed, then hey, great. But it's gonna be for sale regardless. So this is a 2.4 2012 Mitsubishi Outlander ES Sport. Let's look at the engine. Let's go ahead and look at the engine. Y'all hear that click? That's the compressor for the AC cutting on and off. So you know the AC works. There we go. Fresh oil change. Nice little Mitsubishi 4-cylinder. Go ahead and close that. Good body lines. I know, let's just go and get to it. I know we already in the front. Chris, where the oil leak at? Ain't there, boy. Ain't no oil leak. Ain't no oil leaks over here. And if it was an oil leak, I'll be sure to tell you. Let me turn the fog lights on. This joint got fog lights. Turn the fog lights on. Let's turn the fog lights on. Okay. Fog light should be on. Should be an indicator on the dash. Where on the dash? Right here. It's a fog light indicator. Get my towel out the way. Let's turn the fog lights on. Let's see what this fog light. Make sure all the fog lights work. Driver side is operable. Passenger side is operable. Ooh, this thing is pretty. Okay, now this thing came from North Carolina. And it's got like some sort of aggressive tread, directional tread. I would call it like a mud type tire in the front. I'm assuming for better traction. Don't know where the person lived at and what type of terrain they had to deal with. But in the rear, it's just a regular all-season type tire. So that's pretty cool. I personally will replace them, especially here in Georgia, just do an all-season tire. You get a lot better ride, and the car doesn't try to take off with the grooves of the road. This one has manual seating. It is an automatic CVT transmission. Approximately 184,700. Let's call it 75 by the time we finish the test drive. Cloth seats. The radio is a 6-disc changer. It does work. Come on, radio.
That means peaking at the...
All right, I don't own none of that. Got the 12 volt for charging up front. Got your cup holders, your change holder. In the armrest, you have USB. You have another 12 volt outlet. This radio is equipped with Bluetooth audio. Phone and Bluetooth audio. Turn the hazards off. Phone and Bluetooth audio. Let's get to the back seat. The back seats are pretty roomy for the kiddos. Let's get to the hatch. Hatch isn't quite automatic, but it lifts up pretty fine. In the back, there's little compartments for your miscellaneous items. Compartment down there. It is missing the sunshade. There's a sunshade that goes right here that draws to the back. That's a privacy shade. It is missing that. It's going around to the passenger side. This is the rear passenger side. Seats of cloth in fair condition. There's a cigarette burn stain in there. Not sure if these seats fold down. Yes, they do. See the little arrow down right there? So let's push it. All right, we push it. Bam, seat folds down. Give you more cargo space. Let that up. Front seat will probably need to be up for it to flow flat. This is that mirror that's getting replaced. This mirror is operable, it works, but as you can see, it's damaged, so I'm just gonna go ahead and replace it with another black one. This is the passenger side. Passenger seat. Seats are manual. AC and heat works perfectly. As I close the doors and give y'all another walk around so you can see what you need to see. 2012 Outlander Sport. All right, so we're gonna pause for the call so I can go ahead and get my pictures done, and we'll be back for the test drive. All right, y'all, we are back. So just a little information about this. In case you didn't see the other video, if you look to the left, you see that info button right there? So a little controller display in the middle. So where you see the gas light, that lets you know how many miles until empty. To the top right, that's your ambient temperature, which is your outside temperature. The P, of course, is for the gear that you're in that is parked. The blue line to the left of the P, that's your engine temperature. You see how it's in the middle, so it's holding good temp. And to the right of the P, where you see the fuel, whatever it's called, with the F and the E and the gas thing in the middle, you see how it's low. But it's because I've driven it about maybe 10 miles or so. The odometer is 184/471. If you press the info button, let's see what happens when I press the info button. Average of 9.9 miles per gallon. That's probably just from the office to where I'm at to shoot my video. And an average of 6 miles an hour. So, you know, that's pretty good if you're only doing 6 miles an hour. So I crap on over here. Last trip was 7,707. That's 3 sevens right there. 1, 2, 3, 4 sevens on the screen right there. The sevens again. And if you've seen the previous video, I just reset the maintenance light because it just got the oil change on, let's see, Hocus Focus on 4/20/2021. Today is the 21st. So the next oil change should be at 189,432. Castor oil, they use 0W20. So a fresh oil change, very, very fresh. Info button again, takes us back to the home screen. Got the horn works. This is the volume and audio control. I'm not gonna do that. This is the mode. It sets you through different channels, CD, USB, Bluetooth audio, back to AM, and back to FM. Buttons are a little worn, excuse me. It's the temperature control. Go all the way to the left, that gives you max AC, cuts it up a little bit. You see this button right here with the snowflake that lets you know that the AC is on. You should be able to press it, AC goes off. The dial controls the fan. So that's high. That's in the middle, that's about medium. This controls the direction. You have a gear shifter. This vehicle has a CVT transmission. So this is park, reverse, neutral, drive. And if you want to shift something like a regular transmission, you can manually shift it. And I'll show you. So that's manual. Back down here, now you're in manual. Not sure if it'll let me go to 2, but let's see if we can go to 2. No, let's creep up. We'll do that during the test drive. But this is a CVT transmission, so that's constant velocity transmission. So it doesn't shift like a normal one. It kind of runs higher in the RPMs, but the transmission is already shifting through the gears. So we'll take off a little bit now. Try not to overtalk this so you guys can actually get a feel for the vehicle. Alright, Chris, which way we going? We can go straight through. Somebody got something covered up over there. I wonder what that is. Look like it could be a Mustang. But it's definitely covered. Oh, thanks for pulling out in front of me, buddy. Appreciate you. So we're going to drive a little bit and go over some speed bumps. And loop back around. So you don't hear that jerk. Feel that jerk when the transmission shifted. The point of a CVT transmission was so that the vehicle didn't have abrupt shifts in between gears. But when you're driving it and you're used to your traditional transmission, it almost sounds like it's running high in the RPMs when it shouldn't be, but it's okay. Going over these speed tables. These speed tables are pretty big. See that road hump? Speed table. I do this not only to make sure that there's nothing falling apart, but just so you can see how it handles regular road conditions. Not making a bunch of noise in the suspension or the brakes or anything like that. So I've gone over approximately 6 speed bumps with maybe 2 more to go. Then we go over here and I'll do a little manual shifting for those interested. Higher in the RPMs. If I just shift over, you can see it was already in 4th gear. It was already in 4th gear. So that's what happens with the constant velocity transmission. It's gonna be at a higher RPMs. It's gonna actually sound totally different than a regular standard transmission would sound. But if you wanted to manually shift it like a standard transmission, like I showed you down here, just move the shifter to the left. That's what I'm going to do now. And it'll show you what gear you're in. So I'm in 5th gear. And if I move it down, it should take me down. It should downshift me to 4th gear. See how RPMs went up? That's 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Should be a 6-speed transmission. With a little 4-cylinder, 6-speed. Back to drive. And let it do it automatically on its own. Nice little get around car, man. For a student or something like that. Single mom just needs to get around town. Somebody need to get back and forth to work. Miles aren't that bad. See it's holding temp. Drive straight. Fresh oil change, AC works. You're gonna need that because the summer is coming. It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. So I like to take people through the little twists and curves because that's kind of like your daily driving. You know, nothing really happens when you're on the highway. Well, I mean it does, but most things happen when you're on the street. It's gonna overheat. It's gonna overheat while you're driving, stop and go. If something's gonna break, it's typically gonna be while you stop and go. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen on the highway. It just means the likelihood is gonna be more. You can hear and tell what's wrong when you're day-to-day driving. Coming to a stop. No brake noise. Pull back over here to the office, and that's gonna conclude the test drive in this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the car. Tell me what you think I should have done. Tell me what are y'all opinions on how I can make this content and these videos better. I know I'm just doing mainly walk around videos and test drive videos, but I'm doing that so that the customer gets a pretty good look at the car and what's going on with it prior to you coming to see it. So if there's anything else you would like for me to add, like for me to show, I know some people say, hey, we need to see if it's got oil leaks, so that's why I do that. And that's about it. So is there anything else you would like to know in these videos that I'm doing with these walkarounds, just let me know, man. Put it down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. So please like, comment, subscribe. Our website is McMathAutos.com. Instagram is @McMathAutos. Facebook is McMathAutos. So anything McMath Autos is going to be us. So we'll holler at you on the next one. Peace.